Okay, so here we go again because the criminal justice FBI have denied my fingerprints, so I can't get my FBI report. So now today we found another person that supposedly has experience with the FBI fingerprinting. So we'll see how that rolls.
So I kind of think Kasey might be from another planet. So we have just received news that the FBI has rejected her fingerprints after like 70 different attempts. So now we have hired a specialist who used to work for the FBI. But in talking to him, we found out that he actually did the fingerprints of aliens. And we're not talking illegal aliens, we're talking the actual aliens. So this might be the best person we could possibly get to do her fingerprints.
There was an Air Force pilot who flew from either somewhere up by Vegas to somewhere in New Mexico or the other direction, and disappeared about the state of Arizona. Who was not an older man, but he wasn't a younger guy. I mean, he was my age, which is somewhere in between there. He had a military background and he was fascinated with UFOs. And he and a friend of his were up southwest of southwest of Winslow, which apparently is a fairly high traffic area for UFO stuff. And they were out looking for shards of alien metal and aircraft pieces and weird stuff like that. And they found some apparent weird metal pieces, chunks, that looked like something had blown up. Anyway, so they collected a bunch of this stuff. And he called the Air Force, who basically said, "You're nuts." So he called the Navajo County Attorney's Office and said, "Hey, I've got all this evidence for this, something happened out there," and they said he's nuts. They referred him to Holbrook PD or someplace like that. He had gone somewhere and had been put in a trance by aliens. Anyway, so we got there, listened to his story, made absolutely rock solid sense, kind of. And okay, here's what we're going to do. Because to really go through this case, you're looking at about $5,000. And he said that the aliens took a specific position on the passenger side of the trunk, okay, on the back right corner area. And he said another alien positioned himself on the front driver's side of the hood. So they're looking through the car at him, kind of scenario. We came up with little bitty palm prints and muscle structure, and there was some ridge detail, kind of like bubbly looking stuff, the carpeting, in the fingerprints and palm prints on both of those cornered areas. So we photographed the holy bejeebers out of them because this is like cool stuff. And there was no other splotchy things around the fingerprints. It's not oxidation in the paint and stuff like that. And so we photographed them. He signed over the rights to the negatives and the photographs to me as the photographer. And we gave him the latent lift cards of the prints. And we signed everything, filled it all out. We initialed and dated across the edges of the tape to the card with a special marker so that if it was lifted up and replaced, you could tell that it had been breached. Anyway, so he got all this stuff, he signed for it, went on his merry way. I have no idea what happened with it. I don't have any idea if he's still alive or whatever. But I did some follow-up on research on the internet, this was like 15, 20 years ago, on alien fingerprints, outer space, that combination of words, and came up with similar findings of little hands and weird fingers and stuff like that from different parts of the world. And I'm going, okay, so I'm working this pro bono. I can't really get law enforcement involved because they can't prove that a crime was committed because he was alleging an attempted kidnapping.
Ooh-wee! Those look like outer space kind of prints. Like they came from some flying saucer or something. Yeesh.
So update, had my fingerprints done again by a professional and still waiting for the results from the FBI.
And San Francisco is the only office we're allowed to use to go through. It's the embassy that's assigned to Arizona. We can't use any other embassy, and they are currently closed because of COVID.
Correct.
And they're not accepting any seating, and we have to go to a live interview in San Francisco in order to get our D7. So we're waiting to get that lifted. And
No, so we can't even go there
Right.
unless I get my fingerprints and my
Right.
FBI report, which
we're waiting on that. We'll see how that goes.
I don't know.
So please like.
And subscribe. Why do I always have the hard part? I'm gonna do this. Like, please like.
And subscribe.
Okay.
No, do it again.
No, I can't. Bye.
Bye.